Long before recorded history, according to Hindu cosmology, the universe faced a complete systemic collapse. A demon king named Ravana was swallowing the sky, aggressively shutting down the sacred rituals that kept the cosmos functioning. Ravana possessed 10 heads, 20 arms, and immense power. But his real advantage was a divine contract. He had secured a magical promise, a boon, that made him entirely immune to attacks from any god or demon. This diagram outlines the strict limits of Ravana's contract. He successfully blocked out every cosmic threat he considered worthy of his attention. But in his arrogance, he left a glaring gap in his own security. He left humans and animals completely off the list. To exploit this exact vulnerability, Vishnu, the supreme protector of the universe, injected himself into that unprotected category. He chose to be born on Earth as a human prince named Rama. Rama moved through the world as an ordinary prince, yet his physical form served as a precise delivery mechanism, a weapon designed to exploit the single flaw Ravana overlooked. For his first 16 years, Rama lived a flawless life in the wealthy capital of Ayodhya. He married Sita, a princess of extraordinary intellect and grace, and the two were perfectly matched. As Rama's aging father prepared to step down, a palace servant manipulated the king's youngest wife into cashing in an old favor. She demanded that her own son take the throne and that Rama be banished to the dangerous wilderness for 14 years. The king was legally bound by his past promises, forcing Rama into a corner. Here we encounter the central operating principle of the epic, dharma. Dharma is the absolute, unyielding obligation to righteous duty, even when it directly conflicts with what you want or what you deserve. Rama didn't argue. He didn't mount a rebellion. He simply agreed, traded his royal clothes for the rough bark of a hermit, and walked out of the city gates alongside Sita and his brother Lakshmana. The power of a god was second to Rama's capacity for self-denial. He allowed his royal life to be dismantled to ensure the king's word remained law. The Dandaka forest was a barren wasteland prowled by flesh-eating demons. Over the next decade, Rama and Lakshmana defended local hermits and executed thousands of Ravana's forces, directly provoking the demon king's wrath. Rather than fight Rama in open combat, Ravana deployed a magician disguised as a stunningly beautiful golden deer. When Sita asked for it, Rama chased the creature deep into the woods, leaving her behind. Lakshmana drew a magical circle in the dirt to protect Sita while he helped his brother. But Ravana appeared at her home disguised as a frail, begging holy man. Driven by her own deep sense of charity, Sita crossed the boundary to offer the old man food. The moment she left the circle, Ravana grabbed her, forced her into a magical flying chariot, and carried her across the ocean to his island fortress of Lanka. Ravana had stripped away the one thing keeping the exiled prince tethered to peace. The ultimate protector was forced to become an avenging warrior. Rama needed an army to invade Lanka. But because of the parameters of Ravana's divine contract, he couldn't call upon gods, and he had no access to human soldiers. He had to turn to the other unprotected category, the animal kingdom. He forged a strategic alliance with the monkey kingdom, where he met Hanuman. Hanuman was a warrior of immense strength, but his absolute devotion to Rama made him the most critical weapon in the upcoming war. Sent as a scout, Hanuman grew in size and leapt across the ocean to reach Lanka. He infiltrated the city and found Sita imprisoned in a palace garden, surrounded by demon guards. Upon discovery, Ravana's forces ignited his tail to punish him. Hanuman simply used the fire to his advantage, leaping from roof to roof and setting the capital city ablaze before flying back to Rama. Even as a god incarnate, Rama could not execute his mission alone. The cosmic design required him to rely entirely on the sacrifice and faith of his followers. Millions of monkeys and bears constructed a massive bridge of stones and wood across the sea. Within days, they marched onto the shores of Lanka, sparking an apocalyptic siege. Ravana's forces fought using dark magic and invisibility, inflicting massive casualties. When Rama and his brother were mortally wounded, Hanuman flew to the Himalayas, ripped an entire mountain of healing herbs from the earth, and carried it back to revive the army. Revived and drawing energy from the sun, Rama engaged Ravana in direct combat. When all other weapons failed, He aimed the ultimate divine weapon, the Brahma missile, and fired it straight into Ravana's chest. The demon king fell. With his death, cosmic order stabilized, the gods rejoiced, and Sita was finally rescued from the garden. The divine loophole had functioned exactly as intended. But while the cosmic threat was neutralized, Rama's brutal obligations to the strict laws of earthly duty were far from over. Rama and Sita returned to Ayodhya and took the throne. Almost immediately, a toxic rumor spread through the streets. Citizens began questioning Sita's purity, whispering about the time she spent captive in another man's palace. Rama knew she was innocent, yet he faced an impossible paradox. His dharma demanded that a perfect king maintain the absolute moral trust of his people, which directly conflicted with his duty as a loving, trusting husband. To preserve the integrity of the crown, Rama made a devastating choice. He ordered his brother to escort Sita back into the harsh wilderness, banishing her from the kingdom forever. Rama chose to sever his own heart, prioritizing the absolute moral authority of the throne over his own marriage. Rama's most punishing battle was never against a supernatural monster. It was against the crushing, lonely weight of public expectation and leadership. Deep in the forest, Sita gave birth to Rama's twin sons. They lived under the care of a hermit named Valmiki, a sage who observed the unfolding tragedy around them. Valmiki documented their lives into a sweeping epic poem called the Ramayana. For 12 years, he taught the boys to memorize the lines and sing their parents' history. During a royal festival, the unknown twins performed the poem in front of King Rama. Recognizing his sons, Rama begged Sita to return and publicly prove her innocence. Instead, she asked the earth itself to validate her truth, and the ground opened up, swallowing her whole. Rama ruled Ayodhya alone for another 1,000 years, presiding over a peaceful but entirely hollow kingdom. Only when his earthly time was up did he walk into the Sarayu River, shedding his human form to return to the heavens as Vishnu. The Ramayana remains a fixture of human culture because it documents the heavy, often brutal burden carried by those who refuse to compromise their duty.